think we're recording. And this time it is with OBS, so I know. Even if I might have to remux it, throw it into Vegas, fuck around with it that way. I know that I clipped the mic and that it's actually going to record voice. Now this is gonna be short. I want it to be off and in bed in about 54 minutes. Can you not ignore my inputs? Okay, enter does not work in this game apparently. It's ignoring my keyboard. Are you serious? What is... I'm just mashing every control key, every alt key, every shift key. Make sure nothing is somehow fucking with my inputs. Okay, we awake now? Yeah, that's my... I haven't touched that in 4.5 years. And this is what I was originally going to do a Let's Play with, a Lilith, because I had never played her before. But this is the one for this playthrough. Primary purpose of this test is really, well, I did tweak the ini again. Unfortunately, forcing an entry for player shadow doesn't actually make player shadow appear if the game doesn't have support for it. Sad to say. And it hasn't done. I just can't get these shadows to work. There's like some ghosting around this. It's like there's traces of a reshade, but I don't have reshade installed anymore. Reshade for SSAO. Yeah, it's showing. I know it's not my monitor because it's showing up on the OBS recording preview. Bizarre. I think I did this, maybe not to the same extent, but did this back when I actually Let's Played regularly. Not just as little tiny one-off things. Scatterbrain, just fucking start saying something here and then interrupt myself with a different thought and then carry on. Purpose of this is primarily to dick around with testing some things. Did some BIOS tweaks. See, what I've got in here for cooling is Thermal Right. I keep thinking Thermal Take, but that's a different brand. Thermal Right Phantom Spirit 120 SE, which is rated for being able to cool 230 watts nicely. And the BIOS was trying to treat it as if it should cool 254 instead. So I tweaked that with the intent to make it cool off my temperatures, and I'm seeing that not actually fucking work. In fact, it's running harder than it should, which makes me fucking concerned that something's going on, that I need to tweak some more settings, or... This is brand new thermal paste. This is a brand new install. And I'm very not in a position to be buying replacement hardware to fix anything. Let alone changing manufacturers again. I may have to reset those settings. I did not mean to change weapons. I don't see how that would have much effect on heat. And Borderlands, of all things, should not be heating up the CPU like that. Wait a minute. I'm thinking of the idea more than I'm paying attention to Borderlands. That's my excuse for missing those shots. Also, you'll probably hear an echo in this recording, because I'm on speakers. But let me test my theory. My theory was not correct, and now I have significantly lesser time from the extra troubleshooting I was doing. I thought OBS was still set to record using the CPU, no, the iGPU, the Intel HD 770. That was not the case. That would have at least explained why it was getting so hot. So I tweaked some more settings, and I've got an undervolt of negative... that's a double negative. I've got an undervolt to... fuck, that's saying the same way. It's set to negative 0.090. Up from, like, 29, I think. And, well, currently in the game, it's certainly running a lot cooler. I mean, for Borderlands, original Borderlands, I should not be... at least I don't think, even with my tweaks, I don't think the CPU should be in the 60s and 70s, but it's not hitting 90s or anything like that. So that's an improvement. I am going to actually do some stuff to make this worthwhile and not just be me talking about computers shit. It's not throttling. I actually saw idle temperatures briefly touching the 30 Cs. That's something I've not seen on this computer. I see it on my media center, which is running a 6700K with some sort of knock to a single tower. Very good one at that. What's with a fast travel station? I say as I am at the fast travel station. How long has that been a fast travel location? I don't remember that. I was probably good the way I was. I didn't actually need to spurg out about things, get all concerned, but one cannot truly blame me, to be frank. I've only lost like $500 worth of fucking hardware, maybe $600 worth of hardware in the span of 3 years with 2 different AMD systems for heat-related issues. So of course I'm going to be concerned when I'm seeing heat-related issues with an Intel chip as well. Granted, the issues were primarily on me being concerned about the temperatures hitting a certain level. I haven't really seen any major problems. I've got my secondary monitor smothered with hardware info, still staring at those numbers, and I'm still pissed off. This doesn't make any sense to me, no matter how much I look into it. All of the core temperatures are nice, still higher than I think they should be, especially for a game from 2009 that's a console port. But 60s, 70s, a couple jumping into the 80s for no apparent reason. It's not bad. Then you see the package temperature, and it's always like 20 degrees higher than everything else. And it doesn't make any sense why that would be. This is something that I mentioned in the previous recording. Not that you could hear it, because it didn't actually record my audio. But Roll-It is really good for this particular thing, and that's just throwing the turret down in some area that spawns a lot of low-level enemies that you don't care about. Specifically for things like that, easy access to leveling up challenges. Now that one was for like chemicals and shit, but what I really mean is the challenges for action skill kills. These aren't even worth a single XP point. Experience point, yes. Now we get to see what happened to TK Baha. The man who had, like, lots of dialogue and interesting stuff, and it all just got cut out. Junk trash shit. Level 21 quests and level 16 loot. Well, he got his leg back at least. Granted, he does make a voiced return in logs in 2, as I was reminded from a similar series. But as one can expect, I don't like what they did with his character. I don't like what they did with any of the returning characters, or the new characters. Short on time, another damn short session. It's not like I was expecting to do this for super long, regardless, but it's not like it's a super requirement for me to go to bed in 13 minutes now. It's not like I'm a kid with a bedtime. Any dumb shit like that, but responsibility, I still got work tomorrow. Now see, this concept doesn't work if they get behind it. Then they just slap the turret and you don't get the kills. Why am I going this way anyway? I need a vehicle. Sure, you could run there, like every map in the game you could conceivably foot travel, but why would you want to? It takes so long. There's hardly anything of interest in between areas. Why was he worth 1 experience? All the rest are none. Pretty much right past this, isn't it? Of course, I've got a I've got a compass right there to tell me exactly where to go. Of course, there's a bit of foolishness going on here. Here I am talking about needing to get to bed pretty soon, and I'm still polishing off a can of beer. Some Coors. Not light, just the regular stuff. Decided to get a little fancy. Get the stuff that costs $5 more than the Yangling and the Bush. What am I stuck on? Yeah, pitiful enemies are good for melee thingies too. Challenges. Hold on. There, that's finished. It is pretty good stuff. What confuses me is it's got a little banquet logo below it, and it looks like the banquet microwave dinner logo. Which is very much not the kind of picture you want to paint for your, What the hell is... Why is this guy so small? Now he's tall. Is it a frame rate thing? Yeah. Makes you wonder why they got rid of the gore system like that in the later games. What was that? There you are. Now he's a level 13 and he's doing that much damage to me. See, this badass is doing less damage than the regular one. That didn't do anything? Come on. Bleh. I don't think you've got to worry about underground cables here. Now for a proper beverage. Cold mineral water. The delay between melee attacks makes it not very interesting to do them. Well, it is Firestone Playthrough 1. I should not be surprised at all that almost everything is very low level. If in anything, a caustic revolver ain't too bad. Even if it's a level 15, and that's being sold. Yeah, cheap. Yeah, no level requirement. A little starter. Literal starter. Yeah, if there's anything that's surprising, is the fact that I've got this level 25 rocket launcher. That's an elemental. Triple damage. Not quite what I need for the fight coming up. Yeah, this would be a perfect place to do a ramp with a vehicle, but it just cock blocks you. Am I missing something? Yes. I'm walking right past where I need to go, and I'm doing it twice. Light the torches with the extremely low detail skulls. Okay, and well, this isn't as difficult as I thought it would be. I say you nearly die. Come on, shitbag, get in range of the turret. I don't think the turret's gonna shoot at it. Useless. Ooh, I got some good damage in there. I've also got some good nearly dying. Cutting it close. Oh, really? Come on. Kind of want to get the kill with this. Because the proficiencies for SMGs is the lowest among the weapon types that I normally use currently. Yeah. What? That's it? A white label revolver. That's the entirety of the loot I got for that. Usually there's at least some money with it. Maybe that's what this is. Okay. Okay, some of the loot that I was expecting did in fact arrive. It just flung all over and it's pitiful. $31 at level 25 with a level 25 enemy. Thought I saw something up here too. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. 2 white label guns. About $64 total. The revolver is not even good. It looked favorable compared to this, just because it's elemental, therefore weaker. And it pales in comparison to a Tedior. Granted, the Tedior is by default a very low capacity weapon. And I can't go over this. Leg exploded. Kindly don't spin the barrel every time I melee. Time for what? See, I got more loot out of this one midget than I did out of Mothrack. Horrible. Yeah, I set the shadow resolution. It's supposed to be maxing out at 8K. Certainly ain't hitting that. You know what? I was gonna melee, but starter area, I expected the tank to explode faster, especially when hit with an explosive weapon. Starter area, I also can't realistically expect anything good out of loot. I mean, I can when it's a level appropriate boss fight, but not out of these guys. And their loot boxes. Quit bouncing around. I must have hit him just in time for the Xbox 360 sloptimization kicks in and shuts off their interactivity. What are the challenges? That's not a challenge. Yeah, those are the skills I was talking about for the turrets. There's one for melee. Mentioned something in relation to using a vehicle so you can traverse quickly. I don't feel like going back to where that vehicle was. See if I can get luck. It's interesting how these are all clearly other rack hives. Yet it's only the scripted one that ever jumps out of the ground and becomes a boss fight. Come on, turret. Pitiful. Very much have been able to hit more than that. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good sniper for early game. Elemental fire sniper just at level 5. That'd be a hell of a find. Oh yeah, Pisswash Goalie. I was reminded that horrible movie that apparently nobody liked turned Pisswash Goalie into literal piss. Astounding. junk. Okay, just ignore the fact that I clicked spawn vehicle. It's fine, I'll just expel an entire boost, getting back to where I was. You know what, let's waste a little more time. Fuck off. For some reason I thought Bonehead would be higher level. Maybe I'm thinking of playthrough 2. Turret got him. Yeah, I got another Bone Shredder. Is he protected from explosions? I guess not. Shame we can't reopen these for more loot. Oh, it's also a shame there's no no-clip mod.
Don't forget to check out Marcus's store.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, being able to no-clip, just see how the Arid Badlands area was set up. I can't imagine, especially in a game like this, there'd be much of anything actually out there. Probably have even less detail than Out of Bounds in Half-Life 2. But I've been surprised before. Modern Warfare 2, the original on the 360, that had a surprising amount of detail in faraway lands that you could never actually get to. In multiplayer at that, where there's even more visual optimization.
Coming out of the dust, nasty out there, ain't it? I wasn't pouring no barn, alright? Actually, I was. But all I'm saying is you don't believe people run around talking about magic doors, spewing out treasure and the like, alright?
This is still a better scooter than any getting in 2. You know, I think his voice in the game files is deeper as well.
Ever thought about settling down? We could use someone like you around here.
Hell, I think the game file version of just about every male actor sounds deeper than it does in game.
You hear when the water's gonna come back on?
It almost makes you wonder if old Randy's made a mandate. You gotta raise the voices of all the characters. So mine doesn't sound so bad. I am gonna wrap it. But I think I'm gonna at least try to get some use out of this before I sell it. It's under-leveled, it's unimpressive in any of its stats, and of course it's a shotgun, not one that fires slugs, with a scope. least it blows those up better than that revolver did. Money pickups here are just as awful as in Arid Badlands. I think I mentioned this before, but sometimes you wonder if the intent wasn't to just blaze through playthrough 1 and then start doing side quests in playthrough 2. Because it seems too easy if you're doing them all to just over-level everything. Unimpressive. I think that still beats out that Mothrack reward. I've only got like 2 points of damage. And these are all so low level as to not matter. Now I've already gone over time. So calling it quits here. Next time, whenever that may be, Russ Commons West.